Hey everyone, it's me, Magic, and welcome back to the Hollowed Halls of Wisdom and Knowledge. In today's Don't Let This Happen to You video, we share the story of a woman who brought up the concept of open marriage to her husband and what happened. I will tell you now, he handled it like a king. However, as I tell this story, take note of her lack of accountability and main character syndrome leading to a predictable outcome. My position on open marriage has evolved over the years. If two people without children enter into an open relationship or swinging from day one, have at it, since both parties have informed consent from the beginning. However, when your wife or girlfriend springs it on you, either she has already involved in a relationship and invested emotionally, or she's going to be cheating on you, has already cheated on you. Look, the Western world has gone off the rails into what I call Pandora's playground. As the PTB, that would be powers that be, continue their assault on marriage, the nuclear family, masculinity, and relations between men and women, there is a point where even I have to draw the line when it comes to decadent decline of our society. Today's video, my husband, who is 32 male and Indian, left me after our open marriage arrangement went wrong. And a big thank you to Mary, who's a super fan, for sending this to me. I'm a 34-year-old American female, and we've been married for 7 years without children. Initially, our marriage was a practical arrangement where he needed a green card and I agreed to the deal where he would provide for me and we could eventually divorce with alimony since his immigration status was secured. Okay, so basically you started out engaging in immigration fraud and you essentially rented yourself out. You know there is a word for that, right? For the lifestyle that he could provide with an agreement upon golden parachute, aka alimony separation package. So let's remember, folks, this relationship is predicated on a less than positive principles. At the beginning, I wasn't particularly interested in dating, and I thought this was a reasonable agreement. Translation: I liked the money and the easy life he gave me. I only occasionally went on hookups, and throughout this time, my husband was incredibly kind to me. He was especially caring, like when I once had a cold and he nursed me back to health with his gentleness. Gradually, I developed genuine feelings for him. And he was not only attractive and funny, but consistently attentive, and it became difficult to resist my growing emotional connection. No, I call BS. What you liked is what he provided for you. Having this man as your beta SIMP, plus none of your other fornication buddies, came to help you out. They were just a pump and dump, and when you really needed somebody, he was the guy that was there. After he received his green card, I confessed that I didn't want a divorce and wanted to start a real relationship. Hang on, boys, let me translate. I love the pedestal you've put me on, the lifestyle you provide, the money you give me, and I don't want to give up this gravy train. To my delight, he felt the same way, admitting that he had been hesitant to pursue a relationship earlier because of our original agreement. We became happily married and content with each other. And this is usually where the Disney Hallmark Channel movie ends, and they live happily ever after. Until one day she meets a bear in the woods and prefers him. Then she dyes her hair blue, starts wearing a nose ring, gets a chest tattoo, and of course, runs off with the bear. But I digress, and that's another movie and a video for another time. About a year ago, everything changed. During an outing with old friends, I showed them the new ring and a picture of my husband. My friends were surprisingly critical, with my friend Jenny particularly harsh, suggesting that he didn't deserve me and that was a downgrade. Instead of dismissing her comments, I unfortunately let them get to me. Okay, stop right there. Guys, this is why I say you always have to vet her friends. Women will go out of their way to sabotage another woman's happy marriage because she's jealous. Women have frenemies. Men generally do not. In this case, she has such a low moral fortitude and character, she's easily influenced by her friends. If she had truly loved him and saw him as the prize, then she would have told Jenny to shut the F up, get back on the damn bus, and go back to Forrest Gump. Did she? No, because any relationship predicated upon a lie is doomed to failure. When I suggested an open marriage to my husband, he was initially shocked. Slap to the back of the head of your husband. Dude, why are you so shocked? What? You honestly thought you could turn a garden tool into a housewife and not get the reality TV drama and a woman with the fidelity of a Kardashian as well? Oh, you stupid little SMIP. Stories like this only work out if you're Julia Roberts or Richard Gere. After all, this woman you married, as looks go, is she a pretty woman? He asked if someone had influenced me, and I mentioned Jenny. He warned me that she and my other friends were a bad influence and that I should distance myself from them. I perceived this as controlling and told him so, which hurt him deeply. He slept on the couch that night, and our communications became strained. Notice, guys, the moment a man says, "Hey, don't light that firecracker and put it between your legs. It's a bad idea," and a woman immediately attacks your manhood and calls you controlling. But when that firecracker goes off, who's the first person she blames or comes running to? Eventually, he seemingly accepted our open marriage agreement. I reassured him that he was still my priority and that he appeared to agree. However, over the next few months, he became increasingly distant, throwing himself into work while I casually dated and hooked up with other people. Now, is this the action, guys, of a woman who loves her man? After 2 months, he sat me down and announced he wanted a divorce. I was stunned and panicked, offering to immediately close our open relationship, but he said it was too late. Translation: the firecracker went off, and she wanted him to kiss her boo-boo and make it all better. He claimed he had emotionally checked out when I called him controlling and that my interactions with other men during our open marriage period had destroyed his trust. Absolutely. When a man is done, he's done. She wanted what she wanted when she wanted it. She thought she could go out there and find a better deal and discovered, nope. The grass is only greener in the yard if you water it, fertilize it, and put the time and effort into caring for it. As an entitled, delusional modern woman, she thought she was the prize, when in reality, she was just a purchase, and somewhere along the line, she forgot that. Now, 2 weeks after our separation, I find myself constantly checking his social media. Stalker. I can see how he's now with another woman, an Indian girl, and they seemed happy. I desperately want my husband back, the man who used to cook beautiful meals for me and with whom I shared a perfect life. I'm seeking advice on how to reconcile and rebuild what we once had. Right. Before I forget, in the comments section below, guys, give your thoughts. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some good ones. So, how do you reconcile and rebuild what you once had? Easy. You don't. Like most women today, and some men, you had a good thing and you effed around and found out. Chances are this Indian woman will be a better wife than you'll ever be. What is important to a woman? Security. What is important to a man? Loyalty. This is why men overwhelmingly prefer dogs, by the way. You threw away your security the moment you stopped being loyal. No man in his right mind would ever take you back. And if he did, he's a punk-ass biatch. It's over. You are never getting him back. Let him go. You never loved him. You loved what he could provide for you, nothing more. As for Jenny's advice, here's a question. Is she a jealous moron for knowingly giving you bad advice, or are you a bigger dumb fornicator for following it? I'm sure if one were to ask him, he would see the reason why there is good in goodbye. In the comments section below, give me your thoughts, tell your story, and share your advice. If you found value in this channel, then help a brother out by doing 3 things. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with at least 3 friends who need to learn from my channel. Confession is good for the soul and this channel. Send me your personal relationship stories to share, or if you see an article online you think I should cover, send the link to stories@magicsmonologue.com. If you have a moment, subscribe to my locals, Rumble, X, Getter, or Gab for future politically incorrect content which this platform would probably not appreciate. Through this, you're leading by example, encouraging other men to rise higher, and ensuring you live a life of passion, purpose, and prosperity. If you're on YouTube and want another video like this, then click here to watch She Wanted an Open Relationship Until I Did This. Otherwise, if you can't wait for my next new video, then click on one of these right now and watch another. Know the risks, play the game wisely, and I'll see you in the winner's circle.